I remember running my agency and thinking about how can I build residual income? How do I transition from a creative agency to a predictable revenue coming in month over month? Well, I'm going to share a conversation I did with one of my agency members and talk to him about what he needs to do and what you can do as well to transition to that residual. So the way to build so the way to transition from just like a design or a creative agency and really transition into more residual, because we were the same way, right? So people would come to us for the web design or a logo or print collateral, all that kind of stuff. And it was like a one-time, hey, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then maybe a year later they'd come back for repeat business. But it wasn't scalable. It wasn't really repeatable if you thought about it. And so what you need to realize, and what we started realizing, was we were selling features, right? And it goes back to, like, think of Apple, right? I'm sure you use a Mac or you've seen Apple commercials, right? Their whole thing is around what can you create with our products. They never lead with features. So the same thing needs to be with you. Right? You're leading with a feature. You're leading with, hey, we do web design, we do logo, we do branding. But you're not leading with the outcome. And so in order to transition from a creative agency to more of a residual is really you need to lead with the outcomes, that all the things that you're doing, and then bring those up together, and you create a solution offering that is month to month to month to month. But you still do kind of the offer ladder that I talked about, like the foot in the door, then to a project to prove your ground, and then start positioning higher and higher. And then you can go to the 12-month engagement, which is predictable. You're the Yoda to them, right? You're the trusted advisor, but you're the Yoda that just does what when they come to you, right? But you need to be Yoda constantly going to Luke and saying, Luke, you need to do this, you need to do this, and then this, and then this. Versus Yoda just waiting on his boring planet without anybody, and then Luke just randomly popping up, right? Well, it's all a positioning play and communication play. So I knew of an agency that did a lot of work on the development side for Spanx, okay? And so for years and years, they made good money from that. But then they didn't do a really good job at positioning or communicating how they're offering and how they adapted over time. So what happened is 3 years later, they found out for the services that they've been doing for the past 2 years, Spanx was spending a couple $1 million with other agencies. So that's a $1 million problem for communication and positioning that they could have solved. You just need to think about, how do we need to position ourselves? How do we need to communicate in order to lead with and position ourselves as an outcome agency versus, yeah, we do web design, we do SEO, we do social. Yeah, well, great. Who cares? Like, I don't care how you do it. I just care about the outcome. If you can show me how I can position my business to sell through better branding and technology and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't care what technology you use. I don't care what tools you use. But if it helps me get there faster, which you guys do, then you win and they win.